Let's go handle business, man. One play at a time. One play at a time.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us in the Magic City, Birmingham, Alabama Protective Stadium, home to the UAB Blazers. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on a team looking for its first win, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They're dealing with a second and long. The offense changing the play. He'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out fast. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On third down, he drops the throw. Quarterback extends the play. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Blazers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ramsey. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
They're working that left side. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Georgia Southern will have it now, first and goal. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Eagle! A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They give it to him again. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
221 wing, 221 wing. It'll be a run on third and short. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Blazers have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Blazers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Yeah, it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down. New set of downs. Let's go.
The Blazers are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And back to the air on second down. Fires to to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Quickly out to the tight end. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
They just keep firing, moving away from pressure. Got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to it.
And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, UAB. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he made the extra point without problem. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Bradley. There he goes. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here.
Phase 27 jump.
Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Bradley. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
To the air on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route. And the quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with his receiver on that.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Looking to fire. He's not afraid to go deep. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down at took him right to the end zone, David.
So Reese, with that drive, I think you've
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Quickly complete. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Military stance! Military stance!
They'll run it to the right side.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here we go! Set!
Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man on the outside. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Blazers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bradley. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Let's go! Let's go!
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Cherry. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down.
Military stun!
Movement here, guys. Shut them down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Great Great job by the DB seeing where the ball's going and breaking it. And I know that sounds stupid. Of course he is. He's supposed to do that. But a lot of times the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ground.
Bringing the heat. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 16 to Michigan. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
This time it's complete. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go. Got it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20.
Trick 9B. Trick 9B.
Quarterback making adjustments. He'll set up to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Lost to throw again. Takes the easy one to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Blazers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. The 40. Past the 20. Inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Eagles. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Wants to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Blazers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Ramsey. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Finds his man, it's Ramsey. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Catch in the middle, it's Bradley. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
To the air on second down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but his defense forces a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Pulls it in, the first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Eagles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Caught in the backfield, it's Bradley. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Well, he made
nice. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Just keep swinging it. Let's it fly. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Splits the uprights. Good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind the scoreboard.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This is a guy that can find you to hit the yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And you thought maybe in this 2nd half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball fall down and fall down.
The defense wouldn't let it loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Already find a hole in that secondary. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. throwing catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. And the offense will take any help it can get, and it got a little. Tight end now in motion. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Eagles. And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Buffalo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Blazers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Trying to get it to the marker. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense.
Trick 9B. Trick 9B.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Skips away from pressure. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes they put you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that one.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Blazers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big...
Gets away from one. He's got space. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive, they got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And the point after is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw with the...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell the defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Back to pass on second down. He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls in the deep ball. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Blazers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And they tacked on the extra point. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Fires one high and deep. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Bradley. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. This guy's having a game that feels like half a season for some. He's over 450 yards.
And he is so dialed in with his offensive coordinator and play caller with what they want to do and how they want to attack this defense. It seems like every single snap, he's read the coverage. He knows exactly where to go with the ball.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got another run. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. They've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Quarterback may change this route. Lost a throw on 1st down. Got his man down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Blazers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'd hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got it in the middle, it's Luna. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Got room on the return. At the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. The defense putting points on the board. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Stanford. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
And how about that one, Kevin? We'll be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wants to go on top on first down. Finds his tight end. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Blazers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He wants to change this route. In the gun end, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone of the 18.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. The snap sets up the throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This is so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
the fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. With the catch, it's Bradley. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handles. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Man downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Eagles getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. That's caught. It's Bradley. Spins away. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it in the middle. It's Ramsey. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And when they work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Eagles! Grab the short pass to put the... Making side adjustments here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Bringing it Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Bradley. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the field.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Gets it out quickly. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short game. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. Working that left start this drive with a pass. Oh, nice move to throw that one in there. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Oh, he got some space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Flying down the right side. He's up, and he will roll into the end zone. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of the game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and he just squirted right through his fingers, and he missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Got a man. It's Bradley. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Georgia Southern will have it now, 1st and goal. And look downfield again. Touchdown, Eagles. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, he's looked up at his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'll lob to lock them up close to their goal line. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ramsey. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Ramsey.
over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but this whole really strong. We have some good numbers.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a dedicated yards, but that could be the offense maybe setting something up. Holcar's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle.
Touchdown, Eagle! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ramsey. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40. Pocket breaking down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Right back up top on second and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Cherry. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet. Haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. On target over the middle. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. To the air on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
Finds his man. It's Bradley. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a really good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many...
Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Eagles with the first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Ramsey. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding...
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Bradley. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after.
Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they did. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Eagles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Georgia Southern! And they take it in for 6 more points. He might want another play. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5.
Stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort, tremendous execution.
I love competitive.